Hello, everybody. Good day. How are you today? I hope everything is fine there. And as always, my best wishes are with you. Okay. I think you are good. I do not hear any screams, so it means you are good. Uh, I will start with reviewing previous lesson, just like every lesson. Let's go back a little and check what we have learned. Not as. Oh, sorry for that. Ah, yes. Let's check the uh, intelligent. Okay, we have learned ASCII table. Okay, that's a good start. So let's go back to the ASCII table. In Java and programming language, actually, every symbol has a value. And we can use those values to make calculations or to set a character. Most of the time, ASCII table is used with a char data type. And when we create a char data type like this one, let me show you. This is the char data type, this is the name, and this is the value. When the letter, the name of the char data, when the letter sees a number, actually, when it faces with a math calculation, they act like numbers. Letters, which was A, let's check the value of A, it is 89. 89 plus 1, it will be 98. Sorry, okay. As you can see, when they see a math calculation like this one, they act like numbers. You should find the value of character from this table and calculate from that number. But of course, we do not need to memorize anything. Just write ASCII table to Google, and it will gladly answer you. It will gladly show you the table. We need to know that when we use character in math calculation, they will act like a number. If we just print them, we can, of course, print the character here. Okay. And the next thing was data casting. We have changed the numbers. Okay. And the wrapper class, I think, yes. Integer is a primitive data type, and this integer data type is wrapper class of integer. Basically, they are same. They are just storing numbers. But this one, when we use it with capital starting letter, it means this is a wrapper class. It's a non-primitive data type. It's very important. If the first letter is lowercase, it means it's a primitive data type. If it is a capital like this one, it makes it a non-primitive data type. It means this data type has pre-made methods which are created by Java developers for us to do whatever we want. Modules. It's also very important. You are going to explore the reason. But for now, let's say when we do math calculation like this one, let me show you. For example, 12, when we divide by 10, 5, reminder, this part is 2, minus, this is the reminder. 2 is the reminder when we calculate something. So modulus gives us this number, and you will see we can use this modulus in a lot of different situations. But for now, just remember that it is the reminder of a division calculation. As we have tried to solve a few questions, please solve those questions yourself. Just try not to look the solution, but of course you can always pick the solution. But your first intention should be not looking. But I want to say it one more time because it's very important. You should solve all the questions yourself. Otherwise, you won't be able to learn. I assure you, if your fingers do not touch the keyboard, in the end, you won't be able to learn anything. They have to touch the keyboard. Then another important topic. I'm sorry. Sometimes this topic is a question in interviews. So you may face this question when you enter an interview. Increment, decrement, it's basic. When you use plus plus, it will increase the value by 1. And when you write it like this, it means you want to add 1 to the number. It is same thing with this thing. It's also written here. As you can see, it is same. Both code does the same thing. Both codes do the same thing. What's the difference? This looks more professional. That's all. The rest is same. Post increment and pre-increment. I already have written that. Here it is. Here, let me here. The job is what we are trying to do. We want to print the value of C. That's all. At first, it was C, which is created here and assign it. When it is like this, it means first the job, then the increment. First, we will do the job. We will print the value of C. Then we will increase the value of C. When I try to print it, it will print 10 because before the increment, it was 10. The job was printing the value of C, which is 10 right now. After the job, it will increase the value. Here it is different. The job is same. We have to print value of the D, and it is 10, as you can see here. It has been created here. And the job is printing the D, but increment part plus plus is before the D. It means we have to increase the value by 1 first, then we will print it. So it was 10. When we increase it, it will be 11. Then when we print it, we will see 11 on the screen. Also, we have started concatenation. Of course, we are going to touch this topic today. We will try to solve a question. So let's go back to the slide. Fast forward. Mathematical operations are also important in Java because Java will follow the rules. The rules, first the power, then whatever written in the brackets or braces, whatever you say, then multiplication, product and division, addition and subtraction. These are the rules to follow: first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, we have solved those questions in the previous lesson. Yes, we have talked about the modulus, and voila. Yes, let's review the increment and decrement from here one more time. We can use different methods to increase the value. We can write it like this: number is equal to number plus 3. When there's this kind of assignment, first we need to calculate the right side of the equality symbol. It means number is 10 here. We will add 3 to it, which will become 13, and we will make the assignment. From this point on, numbers value will be 13, as you can see. It is same here. This means you want to multiply number of value by 3. That's all. Number was 10. After this point on, it will be 30. Here, number was 10 plus 1. This means plus 1. It will be 11. Okay, short and clear. If you have any question, you can use your microphone to ask it. Do not hesitate to ask it. You can use English or Turkish. I know a little Japanese and French too, but I think I won't be able to talk with you by using those languages. But I can say my name in Japanese and French. So it is at the beginning level, beginner level. When you can say your name, of course, it means it's at the beginning level. Yes, decremental is also same, similar functions. Number equals to number minus 2. Number was 10 here. Then we subtract 2 from it. The last value of the number will be 8. It is same thing. Number minus 4. This one means, and which will make it 6 here. Minus means minus 1. I do not know why they did not write a minus 1 here. Don't worry about it for now. As you can see, when we see minus after a value, it means minus 1. It was 10, it became 9. And this one is also important. I will find you the examples. Oh, here it is. We have a number. It is A, and the value of it is 10. In this line, we want to print something. Job is printing. Here, first we will increase the value, then we will print it. It means first increase the value, it was 10, we made it 11, and we will print it. It will print 11. Here, job is assignment. So, but here it says first do the job, then increment. We need another variable, and you know, we first 10's value is 11 here. First, we will make the assignment, then we will increase the value of A by 1. B will be 11 because A is 11. Then when I increase the value of A, it will become 12. Sorry. Here, we need to print it. But which one comes first? Oh, we do not have anything here. Directly, we will print the value of B. Value of B is 11. It will print 11. We have another assignment. When we say an assignment, you should remember that first you need to calculate the right side of the equality symbol. If you can remember that, the rest is very easy. Here we have B++. Job is assignment. So here it says first first complete the job because B comes first. B was 11 here, and when I add A to it, 12. This part will become 23, sorry, and then I will make the assignment. So now I have another variable, and the value of it is 33. But don't forget to increase value of the B by 1 because we have completed the job. Now I need to increase the value of B, and it will become 12. Here, I just need to print the value of C. There's no increasement or decreasement. Just print it. It will print 23. Here, there's no increasement or decreasement. Just we will need to calculate the sum of those numbers. 12 plus 12 plus 23. And it will become 47, I think. If I am right, if I'm not, please inform me, warn me, I can change it. And it will print this. I think that much is enough for the review of the previous lesson. And I want to check the next. And yes, let's start from here. We were trying to understand the concatenation. You know, when we are talking about the text, of course, you cannot use math calculations. Actually, we do know what concatenation is, but we do not know the name of it. We know the action, but we don't know the name of it. Okay, concatenation means, let's say we have a square here and we have another one. When we concatenate them, it means we put them together like this. Let's think them like string data types, and this one is the first box, and this one is the second box. You know, these are string values, variables, and this one has meh in it, and this one math. When we do concatenation, it will be, of course, Mehmet, my name. So concatenation means that just putting them together. If there was numbers in it, 1999. When I do concatenation, it will become 1919. If I change the numbers, 23, 44. When I do the concatenation, of course, it will be 23, 44. I mean, just we are putting them together like a box. That's all. Even if there are numbers, if there are string variables, we cannot do any math calculation. Just put them together like this. I will clean everything and continue from there. You know, we have created a string variable and the name is A, the value is hello, and we have B variable and the value is world. When I use this symbol between them, we are not making any math calculations here, as you can see. Both of them are string variables. It means we should do concatenation. We are going to put them together, that's all. And we will see hello world without any space. We have put them together, that's all. But in the second one, between them, there is another space. And from double cast, we can understand this is also a string variable. There is nothing inside of it. We cannot see it, but for computer, there is something inside of it. There is space. Even though we cannot see it, for computer, it's another data type. It is not about visibility. A string plus another string and another string. We are using 3 boxes here, and when I put all of them together, I will receive hello space world. That's all. Yes, here, this is a good example. Always, Java starts from left side. Don't forget, everything will start from the left side if it is on same line. So we have a string and the value is hello. The name is A. B is a number and C is another number. A plus B plus C. A is hello plus 2 plus 3. This is a string and these are integers. And as I told you, Java will start from the left side. First, it will try to calculate this part of the code. You should remember that string is always strong, stronger than others. This is the integer data type, and this is string. When they face to each other, this one will change to string 2. String is strong. It comes from here. When they see each other in math calculation or in coding, the second one will act like a string 2. You can say you can print it like this, but it doesn't need to have double quotes. It will act like a string. And when I see a plus symbol between string data types, we need to do concatenation. Hello 2, it will become. And when I add 3 to it, hello 2 plus 3, it will be. This is a string data. The second one is integer. It will follow same steps from the previous one. The 3 will also act like a string data, and it will be hello 23. All of them were concatenation, as you can see. What about this one? I will write the answer here. Hello 23, I think it was. CBA. C is 3 plus B is 2 plus hello. This is string, So the answer will be, everything will start from the left side. 3 plus 2. As you can see, there is no string here. Both of them are integers. They will act like numbers because we couldn't be able to see any string here. And they will be numbers with a plus between them. And the result will be 5. 5 plus hello. And now I need to calculate this part. Even though this is at the beginning, still this number has faced with a string data. String is strong wherever it is. 5 will act like a number, and it will become 5 hello. I cannot see it there. I will write answer here, 5 hello. Here, A plus B plus C. B and C, as you can see, are between brackets. It means we have to calculate the brackets first, inside of the brackets first. Let me delete it. Hello plus B is 3 plus 3, 2 plus 3. And first, I need to calculate the brackets, which will be 5. It will be hello plus 5. String is strong, it will be hello 5. Okay. The last one. ABC, but there's a multiplication symbol here. When we check it, first we need to calculate the multiplication priority rules. If you remember, A is hello. When I multiply B by C, the result will be 6. Hello plus 6, it will be hello 6. Let's see the results. Hello 23. 5 hello, just like I told you, hello 5. Okay, hello 6. It seems fine. So this is the question. Here we will try to print these values to console. but we have only those variables. We will use those variables and we will try to print that one to a console. I'm sorry. Let me check it. I will create today's package. Of course, it is day 05 concatenation. What was the name of it? Concatenation and operators. We'll learn everything here. Okay, let's continue. Concatenation, CO1 concatenation. First, I need to create main method to execute my code, but I couldn't be able to fully create it. I will try again. Okay, now I did. I have my main method, and I can do whatever I want with it. Okay. So first, let's write this thing. String one. S1 is Java. String S1, the value of it Java, and then space is in nothing. Space is in nothing. We'll have a space, easy, and this one will have nothing. I will talk about them, so don't worry. I will write integer a and b2. Integer a, it is equal to 3. Integer b equals to 4. We have everything we need. And now I need to write 12 Java easy. There's a space between them. 12 Java easy. We will try to print this one. First, somehow we are trying to print it, so I will write self command to print it on the console. First, we need to write 12. You know, we have numbers, and when I multiply them by each other, I think I can reach have 12. A times B. I will use them variable names, of course. I could be able to reach 12, and I need a space, right? And here, the space is S2. This one will leave a space before Java. Then I need to write Java. Java is S1 plus S1. Okay, I need another space here. Space is S2. And the last one is easy. Where is easy? S3. This one should print 12 Java easy. Let's try. As you can see, directly as we asked. Let's try to run another one. 7 Java easy. Okay, that's not hard. 7 Java easy. Oh, where's 7? Here it is. Let's try to print it. So first I need to print 7. How can I do that? If I calculate some of those numbers, I can write 7, of course. A plus B. It will print 7. Then space Java. Space is S2 plus Java is S1. And another space I need here is 2 plus S1. Oh no, S3. This one should print 7 Java easy. 3 plus 4 will become 7 space, S2 space. I need to write Java, so I will write at S1. Oh, this is not to what's right here. I was trying to write S2, okay. This is for the space after Java and easy. Last part here. And let's check if it is true. It seems like it is okay. Let's continue. 34 Java easy. 34 Java easy. That's where we should use this one. It has nothing, as you can see. This one has space. We cannot say it has nothing because there's space in it. But this one has nothing. It means nothing for computer. Nothing is not nothing. It is still something. If it had nothing, then it might be nothing. Just remember that if a variable has this kind of value, as you can see, it has a value. The value has nothing inside of it, but still variable is used for an assignment. Something has assigned to variable. It's very important. That's the difference. But the value has nothing. But still, this one is a string. Don't forget, this is a string. It won't print, when I try to print it, it won't print anything because it has nothing in it. But still, it's a string variable that I can use wherever I want. So, how can I print 34? Do you have any idea? How can I print 34? If I try to write it like this, first A plus, where's the plus? B. It seems like it will print 34, right? But it won't. Let's continue and understand. I need a space here, plus S2, plus I need Java S1, plus I need another space, which is S2, plus easy, and easy is here, S3. When I run it like this, I won't be able to see 34 Java easy. And let me explain why. After running the code, of course. As you can see, it is like this one, because we have written exactly the same thing. Somehow, here, this first one, the first one is 3, A is 3, and plus we have B, and B is 4. When Java sees like this, both of them are numbers, so Java will calculate the result equals to 7, as you can see. We don't want them, right? We don't want to calculate the result. They should act like strings, string data values, and I want concatenation. I want to print them side by side. If that's the case, if somehow I could enter a string here, it will work, right? Before the number, if there was a string is strong. When I do the concatenation, this one will act like a string 2, and the result will be added to 4, and this one will act like a string text value 2. To do that, I need to add a string value. But if I add space here, it works, but there will be a space before 34. I will use nothing here, S4 plus. This is a string and it has nothing inside of it, but still it will follow string rules. It was like this. Let's see. And now 7 will change to a number 34. Here it is. We could be able to change it. And it's exactly the same. The next one is coming. Oh, we have a lot of them. Let's say the rest is homework for you. You can try to print them to console. I will write them here, Java 12 easy. Java 12 easy without any spaces. Java 34 easy. And Java 7 easy. Okay, you can solve those questions as homework. Let's continue. And this is the end of today's lesson. Of course not, don't worry. We will continue. Now we will learn operators. Operators are something when we try to check equality. Until now, we have used equal symbols, but you know, this is for assignment. We have used it to assign something to a variable. For example, a is equals to integer a equals to 15. If it is all along like this, it means assignment. It is nothing with equality. It's very important. When you use double of them together, it means you are checking the equality. This is the equality symbol. If it's only one, it is assignment. If there are two of them, it is equality symbol. Don't forget that. Sometimes it gets confusing. If two of them are there, equality. If it is all alone, assignment. Yes, it is unlike math. Equality symbol, if it is single, if it is single, it means nothing. It cannot do anything. It should be get married to show equality. So if it is single, it is for assignment. If there are two of them, it is for equality. And when I say something like this, 15 equals 16. It is false, right? If I say 15 equals 15, it is true. It is exactly like this when we use a double equality symbol. This one is 15 equals to 16. And the result of it will be false. You should check the result. This is false, as you can see. And when we try to assign it to a value, false will be there. For this one, 15 equals to 15. It is true. Just like whatever I have written here, just need to change this equals word with double equal symbols, and you can understand what it means. I hope it is clear. Please, if you have any question, you can use Zoom channel, or you can direct ask me by using your microphone. I will be waiting for your questions, and every question, believe me, will make me happy. I always want my lessons interactive. You should talk, I will talk. If it is when it becomes monopolic, it's really boring for both sides. Okay, I think I could be able to explain what I mean. Let's continue. And of course, we have an example. We have an integer a, and the value of it is not 15, A is 10, and B is 15. I want to print the result of this one. A is 10. If I say A equals B, which is 10 equals 15. When I see that, the first thing comes to my mind is false. Exactly like this. This one will print false. Because this equality is false. What about this one? Again, we are trying to print the result. Let's check the equality. The right side is B minus 10, B minus 5. B was 15 minus 10 means 10. And it becomes 10 equals 10. As you can see, this is true. It means this will print true. Let's print the Boolean C. Oh, we do not need to print it because we are just creating it. It doesn't, we haven't assigned anything to it. Here we are trying to print something. It says C equals to 15 equals B. It is confusing at first sight, I know. Don't worry. We should focus on the assignment. Here, the equality symbol. When we see equality symbol, if you remember, we have to calculate the right side of it before the assignment. 15 equals B, B is 15. As you can see, it is equal, right? It means the result is true. And because of this equality symbol, this part is true. It is like C equals to true. Because when I check it, it was true. I have calculated already. And it is like this right now. C equals to true. And C was Boolean. It will print true, of course. What about this one? It seems really confusing, but don't worry. As I told you before, focus on equality symbol. Here it is. It means first I need to calculate right side of it. There is a equality symbol, double equality symbol means we need to check equality of left side and right side. Let's do that. 15 times A. 15 times A was 10. It will be 150, of course. Is it equals to 10 times 15? Of course, it is also 150. So as you can see, they are equal. It means this is true. And it will be like that. This calculations result is true, you know. So it will be like this. Delete it and C equals to true. Because the result of the calculation is true. So it will be like C equals to true. And when we try to print it, it will print true. Okay, false. This one is false. True, true, true. Oh, it did not show the results, but believe me, those are the correct results. Not equal. If you see equal to symbol with an exclamation mark, it means not equal. If I say that 15 equals to 15, what is the result? Of course, everybody will say true. If I say 15 is not equal, 16, you will say true. It is a little confusing, you know, when I show it like this. 15 is not equal 16. Oh, this is the exclamation mark, sorry. Now let me write it better. 15 not equal to 16. It is also true, right? It is the same thing with previous line. It is not equal to 16, so it will become true. The code written is here is true. It is not equal to 16, so it is true. Yes, if you see this symbol before any logical value like true, false, it will change it. If it is equal, it will make it not equal. If you see it like this, exclamation mark true, it will make it false. If there are more than one exclamation mark, each one will work as it is ordered. True, this part will become false because there's an exclamation mark. If I calculate false with this one, it will make it true. And true with exclamation mark, it will become false. But don't worry, you won't see that many exclamation marks together in coding. But just remember that each one of them will work as ordered. So exclamation marks function is changing the logical expression. If it is true, it will make it false. If it is equal, if you see exclamation mark before it, it will make it not equal. Here, when you see this kind of code, exclamation mark true, it will make it false. As you can see, inner side of the bracket, it says 5 is equal to 5. It is true. Because of this exclamation mark, it became false. It says 5 is not equal to 5. Is it true or false? When I say 5 is not equal to 5, you will say, hey, you are saying something false. So it is false, as you can see. It is not correct, right? That means it's false. Actually, 5 is equal to 5. If it was like this, it would be true. We will continue, but let's have our 10 minutes break time. Then we can continue with fresh brains. Thank you very much, and we will continue after 10 minutes. If I can find counter. Thank you. See you after 10 minutes. Hello, everybody. Let's continue from where we have left. We were trying to solve something from the slide. Yes. Let's try to give an answer to them. Just imagine them like they are a sentence, and we are testing if they are true or false. It says B is not equal to B. A is not equal to B. 10 is not equal to 15. This is true, right? They are not equal. It says A is not equal to B minus 5. First, let's calculate B minus 5, which is 10. A is also 10. A is not equal to 10 is not equal to 10. Is it true? No, they are equal. It means this is false. What about this one? First, we need to calculate the right side of the equation. So it says 15 is not equal to 15. It is false, right? So this one will print false. This one, the most confusing one, I will use different color for this one. First we need to calculate the right side of the equality symbol. Then let's use different color. Here, 15 times A is not equal to 10 times B. Let's calculate then. A is 10. When I multiply it by 15, it will become 150. This part is also same. It is 150. It says 150 is not equal to 150. So it will become, C will become false. And here we are trying to print the value of C. It will print false. Do you have any question about them? I will gladly try to explain any of them. Okay. Let's continue then. Logical operators. But before that, let me check something. Let's write a few quotes about equals and not equals. Always writing is better than just seeing it. I will write equal to operator here, Java class C of 2 equality. Before everything else, we will create main method, and I will create a number, integer A. It will be 15, just we are used to, and integer B is 10. I can write 10. We have two numbers, and to check the equality, we need to use two equality symbols. Start, and I want to print the result. A is equal to B. Let's print the result. As you can see, it says false because they are not equal. If I make it like this, start A is equal to B minus 5. The left side is 15, right side is 10. When I write it like this, the result will be again false because this is 15, this is 5. Another false. Start A minus 5 equals to B. Now we should see through because A is 15. When I use it with minus 5, the result will be true. Finally, something true. Oh. As you can see, it works. And let's write and explain here. Equal to symbol is used to check equality between two different variables, like that. And I will use this similar same numbers with not equal symbol, and I will write same things. A is not equal to B. Is it true or false? It says 15 is not equal to 10. It is true, right? Because they are not equal. What about this one? So A is not equal to B minus 5. It will be true because A is 15 and it is saying 15 is not equal to 5. It is true, they are not equal. For the last one, we say A minus 5, not 6, 5, not equal to B. This is 10, and we are saying that 10 is not equal to 10. It is false. They are equal actually. And let's run it. Last three option will be true, false. Come on, didn't I run it? I think I did not. As you can see, true, false, just like here. Okay. Let's continue from the logical operator, and now we have AND operator. This is a little different. When we want to check or show or enter two different conditions same time, we should use AND operator. There are two different AND operators. Actually, as a logic, they are very same. They are being used for the same thing, but one of them is elder advanced, more advanced than other. Don't worry about them. The result will be same, but one of them is elder faster than other. Yes, it is saying something like this. When you say let's say we are the teacher. This is me, teacher, and these are the students. I cannot write Ayşe, I know. This one is Hasan. And let's say this is the John. Teacher is calling. Ayşe and Hasan, please come here. Ayşe and Hasan. This is Hasan. When Ayşe and Hasan hear this, both of them should come, right? Because teacher say and it means both of you come here. Ayşe and Hasan come here. Both of them will stand up and wherever teacher is, they will go there. And means that both of them, both conditions should be called like this. We have a few examples. You know, if you use AND operator, if you want the result to be true, all of them should be true. Let's say Ayşe and Hasan. When you use this symbol, I cannot put it. Let me. I think it should be like something like this. Ayşe and Hasan. Both of them should come. It is exactly like this. If you want to reach a true result, both of them should be true. If one of them is false, result will be false. I mean, if Ayşe or Hasan does not go to the near of the teacher, it means the teacher condition is not met, because both of them should be there to continue the story. Just remember that when you use and symbol to reach through, all of the conditions should be true. And it is same for and then two. All the conditions should be true. Okay, we have and condition here. It means to be able to print true, all the conditions should be true. Let's check. If one of them is false, the result, all of them will, the result of calculation will be false. Just one false is enough. You know, AND operator is perfectionist. Everything should be true for the perfect result. To reach through, everything should be true. Let's check. If we can see only one false, if we can detect one false, it will be enough to calculate the result, because if there is one false, the result will be false. Teacher won't accept that. Okay, let's say it says A is higher than B. A is 10, B is 15, and it is false, right? 10 is not higher than 15, false. I do not need to check the second one, because one false enough to make everything false. At least it is not like this in real life. We can always make errors, or everybody has a few mistakes, but we don't worry about them. So here it says A 10 is smaller or equals. It is smaller or equals to 15 minus 5, and it will be 10. As you can see, this is true. They are equal, 10, 10. This part is true. And this one is true, but if this one is false, result will be false. This one should also be true. Both of them should be true. It says A is higher than, which is 10, B minus 8. I think it is 7. And it is higher, right? This one is also true. So true and true, it will give us true. One more thing, if we have true with AND operators, the result will be true, right? If I add one single false whenever I want, the result will be false. This will destroy the perfect story. But if you delete it, of course, the result will again true. This one, let's try to print the result of this, whatever it is. We have a equality symbol and AND operator and another statement. It says there is an equality symbol, so we should calculate the right side of it first. 15 is higher or equal to B. B is 15. They are same. There we have equality option here. It means this is true. And it says A is smaller than 0. It is not. A is 10, so this is false. False, true and false will be false. It will print false. This one, equal symbol, let's calculate the right side of it. The first one, A is higher or equal to B. A is 10, it is false. 10 is not higher or equal to 15. I do not need to calculate the rest. This will be false because there is equal symbol. It will print here false. I hope I could be able to explain this part. And then operator is very similar to multiplication. When you calculate the product of out of numbers, if all of them are 1, the result will be 1. If there is only 1 0 between them, 1 0 will destroy everything, and the result will be 0, as you can see. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 0 equals to 0. 1 0 destroys everything. Because of that, it is very similar to multiplication. Just remember Ayşe, Hasan, and very example. If the teacher calls, hey, Ayşe and Ali, come here. Both of them should come there. Both of them should be through. I always remember it when I was learning. I always used that example. Difference between and operator. I mean difference between double and single and. You know, double and is a more advanced version of and because it is faster. Double one is faster. There are 2 of them. There are two and operators. They work faster, right? This is trying to handle everything by itself. So this one is faster. How it works? When we use, if I can, when we use and, when it finds one false, it does not check others because one false enough to calculate the result, and the calculate will be false, of course. We do not need to check everything. Just like I did in the previous page, when I saw a false, I did not check the second one. This double and then does same thing. Let's come here. It says A is smaller than B. A is small, 10 is smaller than B. It is true. And we have and operator. It says B is smaller than 10. This is false, as you can see. When this and operator sees a false, like this one, without checking others, it will calculate the result false. And operator is a simpler version of it. No matter what, it calculates all of them. When we use AND operator, it will check A is smaller than true, B is smaller than true, it is not true, false, but it will continue checking. B is higher or equal to A, it is true, and A is smaller than false. As you can see, at the end, it will check if there is a false statement here, then it will calculate the result. As you can see, the first one will be able to complete the task at the half of the second one. The second one, single AND operator, has to check all of them, but double, AND operator just need to find one F. If all of them are true, of course, it will check all of them. It is same for both of them. The speed changes if there's a false statement in the code. Just remember that AND operator is faster than single one, and this one does not check all of them. If whenever it sees a false, it will tell you the result. So let's try to solve a question. AND operator. CO3 and operator. Or okay, and before everything else, we need to create main method. And here I can write whatever I want. Let's create two integers, integer a it is equals to 20. I changed the value a little, it was 10, but I made it 20 to change something. Integer b it is equal to 30. This one is also different. So let's try to print something. So I will write a is higher than b. And if I can find the one, b is higher than 0. And another one, a is higher than 0. Okay, sort that. We have three statements here. The first one, it is false, right? A is smaller, actually A is smaller than b. So this is false. And then the operator will not check others. It will directly go to the result, and the result will be false. As you can see, you do not need to check others. But if you check, both of them are true actually, but it doesn't matter for this prefecture and this character. If there is a mistake, it won't accept it. Everything should be correct for this one. Let's see. When I print it, when I run the code, we will see false in the console, and it is here. Let's write another one. I will create a Boolean. Boolean can store true and false. That's all. It cannot store anything else. If you are creating a Boolean data, it can store only true or false result, and it will be equal to. Let's use another statement here. Another statement here. 3 times a lower or equal to 2 times b, and a is higher than 10 and b is higher than 10. Let's calculate that. It says 3 times a, 6, 2 times b, 6. And it says smaller or equal. They are equal, so this part is true. A is higher than that. Yes, it is. B is higher than 10. Okay, it is also correct. We have all truths here, and finally, we will see. Oh, no, false. It's not false. Wrong alarm. It is true. Because all of them are true, the result will be true. When I run it, finally, I could be able to create a perfect statement for IntelliJ. But as you can see, I did calculate the result value. It is false, I know, but I did not print it. Let's print the result. Salt result. Now I will be able to see through, finally. At first, I couldn't be able to. Oh, it is true, sorry. And here, it says true. Because all of them are true, and because of that, we could be able to see through here. Okay. And let's continue. We have also OR operator. It is a little different. This one is a very relaxed one. Let's say you have done a lot of wrong things, but there is something true in your life. That truth will change everything, and it will make your life true. Yes. So if there is one true in the life, or false, or false, or false, the result will be true, because there is one true there. It is very optimistic, as you can see. A second, please. Or means, let me explain the same thing from teacher example. This is the teacher. This is Ayşe and John. Teacher will come. Ayşe or John, please come here. One of them is enough, right? If I use or Willie, Hassan, Ayşe or John or Willie, please come here. One of them will be enough for the teacher. It means if one of them is through, the condition statement will be through. Just remember that if there are or symbol between statement, if one of them is through, the result will be through. If both of them are wrong, false, I mean, the result will be false. Otherwise, it will be through. So it is here. It says A is higher than 15. This is false, right? The first one is false. The second one is B is higher than 0. It is true. True. False or true, it will be true. The second one, this is the OR symbol. It says A is 10 is, oh, I'm saying 10, I'm writing 18, I don't know why. 10 is smaller or equal to B5, B minus 5, it is also 10. They're equal, right? So it is true. Or 10 is higher than 7. It is also true. We have a lot of true here, 2 truths, and still the result will be true. What about this one? C equals to, equals symbol, we need to calculate the right side of it. 15 is higher than or equal to B. This is true, they are equals. Or A is smaller than 0. It is false. True or false, it means true. As long as both of them are not false, the result will be true. What about this one? A is higher or equal to B. A is not higher or equal to B, it is false. 3 times A, 30, is smaller than 4 times B, 60. It is also true, so the result will be true. I'm saying true, but writing false, I don't know why. So, okay, I think we understood what it means to use false, to use all, sorry. Pardon me. I think Elder Water will solve my problem. And I tried that. Okay. When we use OR operator, you should remember that it's optimistic, one true enough to change everything. Everything can be false, but don't worry about it. If there is one true in your life, it is still okay. When we compare it, it's very similar to addition, sum of numbers. Zero does not change anything. If there is one number higher than 0, still at the end the result will be higher than 0. It won't be 0. We can use out of 0, but plus 1 will change the result. It won't be 0 anymore. Okay. This is very important, if statements. In coding, this is where real coding starts, if you ask me. You will start setting a statement. Hey, the code will come here, and according to a condition. Now, let's say you are creating a bank application, and someone trying to withdraw all the money from ATM. and it has he or she, I'm sorry, user has 1000 USD. User is trying to withdraw 500 USD. The condition is you will check if the amount is lower than 1000. If the 500 is lower than 1000 or equal to, the ATM will give the money because user has that much money in his or her account. But if user tried to check, take 5,000 USD, user has 1,000 USD in his or her account. The statement will be 5,000. If the 5,000 is smaller than 1,000, which is not, it will be false. So ATM won't give any money to user. As you can see, if you want to state this kind of if that's the case, if this is true, do something. If it is false, do something else. In this kind of situations, we will use if statements. And believe me, this is very simple. Even though it's very simple, it is the one of the most used code in Java. Actually, everything happens. If that's happened, do that. If that's true, do something else. If it is false, please follow that line. Things like that. Most of the time, you will see if statements in code, and you will also use it a lot of times. Yes, we have a lot of different conditions in our life, just like this one. If you do well, that's the condition. If you do well, you pass the exam. I mean, if you study, you pass the exam. If you don't, we don't know the result. I mean, you may pass or not. For now, we do not know the result. This is where we are saying that this is the condition specified. I mean, I am saying that there will be a condition after this one. If, and condition comes. That's the condition, true, false. It can be anything. You should write here as a statement. The result should be true or false. Water did not fix anything. I do not feel well. Yes, if it is true to something, if it is false, for now we do not know what to do. If condition is met, I mean, if it is true, this will happen. This is the result of the statement, if it is true. If it is false, we don't know what to do. Here, we have a good example. We have two numbers, A and B. A is 10 and B is 20, as you can see. If I say if A is higher than B, it is false, right? 10 is not higher than 20. It will print A is bigger than B, but if it is false, nothing will happen. For now, we don't know the false. If it is false, we don't know how to write it, but we start with simple things. Of course, there's a way to say that, but for now, if the statement true, do something. If condition specifier, this is the condition, and this is the code. If it is true, this will be executed, and this code will print A is bigger than B, but it is false, so it won't print anything. Let's write it. I always wanted to see the code. I will clean everything if I can find how to clean it. Let's create another class, CO4, if statements. Of course, we need a main method to work on, And here I will create a equals to, of course, integer a equals to 15, integer b equals to 20. We have two numbers. Let's try to write if-else statement. If a equals to b, something will happen. If a equals to b, so it will print they are equals. They're equal, okay. As you can see, but this is false. So it means we won't see anything. Let's run the class. Nothing, right? Let's make them equal. I will change the second value. Now this part is true. If it is true, between curly brackets, whatever we write will be printed on the console. Let me run it one more time. As you can see, it says they're equal. Let's write something else. This is the second line, and I want to write something else. This is the third line. If it is true, it will print all of them, and the condition is true. Between whatever I write between curly brackets will be printed. If it is false, it won't execute any code, because if it is true, this code will be executed. If it is false, nothing will happen for now. We won't see anything. As you can see, nothing, because it is false. So, if this statement written after if between normal brackets, the code between curly braces brackets will be executed. That's all. That's everything about if-else statements. If it is true, this code will be executed. If it is not, nothing will happen. And let's continue from the code. Yes. If the boolean written between normal brackets false, nothing will happen. If body will not work. By if body, I mean the code between curly brackets. This is the body of the if, as you can see, curly brackets, and this is the body. If this is true, this will be executed. If it is false, it won't be executed. Here we have a lot of examples here. A is 10 and B is 20. Let's say this means we have a statement. If it is true, the body between the curly brackets will be executed. This is another if. There is no connection between them, and this one is third if statement. Let's calculate the first one. If this part is true, this will be printed on the console. Is A bigger than B? No, it is false. So this code won't be executed. What about this if? This is a statement. It says A is smaller than 100. Yes, it is true. This means we will see A smaller than 100 on the console. This is true, so the code between curly brackets will be executed. Third one, it says B is higher than 0. Okay, it is true. So this one will be on the console. Shortly, it is very easy. If this is true, whatever the code is written between curly brackets will be executed. That's all. we have another one. Until now, we have used I'm sorry, the condition here, but actually you can calculate it before it. You know, Boolean data types can store true or false. So Boolean data type, the name of the Boolean is result, and it says A is higher than B, which is false. So whenever I see result after this line, I will remember false. From now on, result means false. And here we have if statement, and inside of it there is a result. Actually, it is like this: if false, because result is false, and here in normal brackets we have false. And let me write it better. If false, whatever we read between normal curly brackets, it won't be executed because the statement is false. We are changing the value of the result here. Until now, whenever I see result, I was remembering false, but here we are assigning something else. It says A is smaller than 100, which is true. After this line, the result will be true. Here we have the result. It is true now. So if true, this code will be executed. It is same for this one too. B is higher than 0, so the result will be true. But here, the user did not use, the developer did not use the result. He or she written it exactly as a statement. B is higher than 0. It is true, so it will write this. Now we have a lot of questions. We can solve them. Let's try to solve one of them. Okay, we have a lot of questions here. I will check something. Second. Okay, let's try to solve a question here. I will write I will write the question myself. Yes, let's create a question. Questions. CO4 questions. Before everything else, I need to create main method for now. And I will continue from here. First step, take two numbers from user. That's the first step. And if first number is higher than 100, print first number is higher than 100. As you can see, first we will take two numbers from user. This is the if statement. The second condition is if second number is an even number, print second number is an even number. And we have another condition here. If first number is higher than second, print first number is bigger or higher. So let's try to understand the question step by step. We need to take two numbers from user. If you want to take numbers from user, you should remember we have to use scanner object. Before checking others, we will go step by step. And it will be a good favor. To use scanner object, we have three steps. First, create a scanner object. Second, inform user what we are asking from it. Third, store whatever user entered. Let's create scanner object. New scanner file system .in. We have completed creating a scanner object. For the second step, let's inform users. So please enter first number. Third step, we need to store whatever user entered. Integer first number. I will take it by using the scan object I have created. Scan dot next in. You should remember if you want to store an integer, we should use next in. I think I have completed the first step. Oh, I have forgotten to take second step. So let's take the second step, second number from user two. First inform users. So please enter second number and let's store it. Integer second number equals to scan dot next int. So about this step, first we should understand the logic. If first number is higher than 100, we will print something. It means we have a if. What is the statement? If first number is higher than 100, we need to write it. First number's name is first number. First number. If it is higher than 100, higher than 100. This is the statement. And if it is true, we will do something. And if it is true, whatever I write between curly brackets will be executed. I will print the result. It says print first number is higher than 100. Without wasting out of time, I think we could be able to complete the first task. The second one, if the first number is no, if the second number is if the second number is an even number, print the second number is even number. Okay, this is another a different statement. Do you know what's the condition for an even number? Even number could be divided by 2. I mean, if number is something like that, if I can divide by 2, if the remainder is 0, it means it is an even number. If the remainder is 1, it is not an even number, it's an odd number. The logic is here. When I divide it by 2, when I divide the number by 2, if the remainder is 0, if you want to do something with reminders, we should remember modulus. Modulus, by using modulus, we can calculate the remainder. If remainder is 0 when we divide it by 2, it means it's an even number. Okay, if the second number is an even number, if second number modulus 2 equals to 0, when I divide second number by 0, if the remainder is 0, it means this is an even number. I will print the result. Second number is an even number. So, yes. As you can see, everything is going perfectly fine. Please ask me any question if you have, without any hesitation. Third one, if the number, first number is higher than the second number, print that. It is very similar. We have an if statement, and the condition is first number should be higher than second number. If it is true, we will do something. If first number is higher, not smaller, higher than second number. If the first number is higher than second number, I will print south, first number is higher than second number. That's all I need to do. Let's run it. And then we will have 10 minutes break time. Oh, sorry. Let me run it from here. The system is asking for the first number. I will enter 100. Second number is 50. As you can see, it says second number is an even number. It can be divided by 3. And first number is higher than second number. But it didn't say anything about the first if condition. If the first number is higher than 0, it would write first number is higher than 0, but it did not, because it is not correct. It's not true. First number is 100, and so this will it will make here false, and we couldn't be able to see through here. Let's have our 10 minutes break time, and we will continue from there. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you after 10 minutes. Hello again. Let's continue, and I will try to solve a lot of different questions. For that, I will check the slide. It's a very important topic and one of the most used topic in Java. It's very simple, but because of the statements, we are going to use it a lot of times. So we should learn it well. It says ask user for a number and the check number and print number is a multiply of 5 if it's divisible by 5. Okay, this question is an easy one and it is very similar to the one we have solved, but still, let's solve it. I will try to find the question from the slide and copy it. I couldn't be able to find it, not yet. It should be somewhere here. Okay, I found it. I will share it from the Zoom channel. I think you are not using the Slack channel because I couldn't be able to see any comment there. Still, there's nothing there. So I will continue from here. Yes, I have shared the question with you, and I will create another class named CO5 questions. Before everything else, first thing first, let's create the main method and the question. To solve a question, understanding the question is very important. If you ask me, one of the most important thing is if you can understand the question, you can solve it. If you cannot understand it, it's very hard for you. It will be very hard for you to solve it. First, we will ask user for a number. We are going to take a data from user. It means we should use scanner. Second, check the number and print blah 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 if it is divisible by 5. This is the condition, and if it is, we will print this. I hope we got the question. Step by step, we should solve it that way. First, we will ask for a number. 3 steps to use to take a value from user. Scanner object, informing user what we are asking for, and storing whatever user enters. Scanner, scan new scanner system dot in. And let's tell user what we are asking. Please enter a number. User will enter a positive number, and let's store that number to somewhere. Integer number equals to take whatever user enters, we will use scan object and dot next in. That's all. And now we can take the number from user. Next step, I will copy both of them at the same time. If it is divisible by 5. This is the if, and this is the statement. If you want to check if it is divisible, of course, you need to use modulus. Because when we divide a number by 5, doesn't matter, remainder should be 0. If it is 0, it means it is divisible. If it is something else, it means it is not. So, if the number modulus 5 equals to 0, it means remainder is 0. Number modulus 5 equals 0. Let's write it. If number modulus 5 equals to 0, we will do something. That's the statement. It will be equal or it won't be equal. True or false. If it is true, this code will be executed. And if it is true, we want to print something. If it is true, print this. No, this. Oh. If you copy the double quotes from the text, sometimes it causes this kind of problems. Just delete everything and write it again. Okay, it should work. It took only 7 minutes to write the question. At first, always it seems hard, but when you start coding, if you can understand the logic, you will see it's very easy. I will write 20. I know that this number is divisible by 0. We can divide it by 0. So we should see the number is multiply of 5. Voila. We run it. I will enter 11, which is not multiply of 5. As you can see, nothing happened because we haven't mentioned anything. If it is false, do something. We are going to do that too. Don't worry. In the near future, it's closer than you think. Let's try to solve another question. This one is a hard one. Get a number from user. Print number is divisible by 3 if the number is divisible by 3. Number is divisible by 5 if it's divisible by 5. Oh, okay. It seems like this question a little tactical. It is a little hard to understand at first. The logic is a little different than first one. I will share it from the Zoom channel, so you will be able to reach it from there. And let's start coding. As you can see, we have started solving magical logical statements. It will be very same when you start working in a company. There will be a logic, and somehow you should create a code logic for that. And arithmetic is very important for that. And we will gain it in time, of course. Questions. Main method and the question. Yes. Get a number from user. Print numbers divisible by 3 if the number is divisible by 3. And we will print number divisible by 5 if it is divisible by 5. So there are a lot of conditions here, more than one at least. But let's start with the easy one. We are going to take a number from user. 3 steps. First, creating scanner object. System.in. The second thought, please enter a number. Then we will start number, integer number. Scan.nextInt. Okay, we have the number. Let's check the if statements. If it is divisible by 3, it will print this. If it is divisible by 5, it will print something else. Okay. First, we need to think, code starts from up to down and left to right. Keep that in mind. And first, I will write wrong code, and we will try to understand what's wrong with that. Let's write our code exactly like this. If we will check if the number is divisible by 3, we will print something. How do we check this modulus? Number modulus 3. If the remainder is 0, it means we can divide number by 3 without any reminder. The second one, we will only change this 3 number to 5, and if it is divisible by 5, we will write something. Okay. Let's create the statements and the code. If number can be divided by 3, number modulus 3 equals to 0, we will write something. If it is true, I will write this code, I think. So, and I will write another if number modulus 5 equals to 0, I will write something else. So this. So let's test it and try to understand what's wrong here. The code is not wrong, but it needs a few magical touches. Let me run it from here. Sorry. Stop. Okay. First, I will enter 3. It says a number is divisible by 3. And oh, sorry. It is very long. We do not need this part. Okay, let me try it again. I just wrote unnecessary thing in the text, so don't worry about it. 3. Number is divisible by 3. Okay. If I enter 5, it says number is divisible by 5. If I enter 15, what happens? This is the logical critical question, because 15 can be divided by 3 and 5. And it's saying both of them. You can create another statement here. If the number is can be divided by 15, it will say this number can be divided 3 and 5, but still it will check other conditions too. Let's leave it like this. We can continue tomorrow. I mean, we are not ending the lesson, but the knowledge we know until now is not enough to make it a perfect code. But I hope you could be able to understand how to use if statements. Let's try to solve another one from the questions. Get each length of a triangular as 3 sides from user, and if triangular is equilateral, print equilateral triangle. Of course, okay. We will get 3 sides from user. If they are equal, it means 3 sides are equal, and the name of the triangular is like this. That's all. What we are going to do, first we will copy the question. And I can find it. Okay, let's create another class, CO7 questions. Main method and the question. Oh, it's very long. Let's make it shorter. Okay, first we are going to take 3 different sides from user. It means we will get a value from user, 3 steps. Scanner, scan, new scanner, string.in. Let's inform user, sort not that one. South, please enter first side. Please enter the first side. And we should store it somewhere. Integer, first side will be taken from the user as an integer. And I will ask for the second one. So let's enter the second side, integer second side, second dot next int. And the third one, so yes, it's boring, but don't worry, we are going to do it out of time. Please enter the third side, integer third side. This should be capital. Scan dot next int. Okay, we have taken 3 sides from user and the condition. If all the sides are equal, if first side is equal to second, and if the second side equals to third one, it means this is the one we are looking for. If they are not same, this triangle is a little different than the one we are looking for. It doesn't fit the condition. The condition is all the sides should have same size, same length. If first side equals to second size, oh, I've forgotten to add, equals to third one. You cannot write it like this. You cannot use equal symbol for 3 different variables. There should be always 2 of them, but we have other ways to do it. We will write it like this. First side should be equal to second side, and second side should be equal to third one. Second side should be equal to third one. If first one equals to second one, 5, 5. Let me write it, for example, 5, 5. If they are same, second side is 5, and third one should be 5, 2. As you can see, and that symbol is a perfectionist. If both sides through, result will be through, and the body written between curly brackets will be executed. If they're all same, we will print this. So if it is true, it will print this. First side is 12, the second side is 15, third side is 70 or 45. It didn't write anything. It didn't write anything because the condition did not met. If you want to see this text on the screen, 3 lines should be same. 15, 15, 15. As you can see, it says equilateral triangle. It's working without any problem. So do you have any question for me? I would love to answer your questions if you have. And you can ask them without any hesitation. From Slack, from chat channel of the Zoom, from wherever you want, I would love to answer those questions. No questions. Okay, I cannot see any movement anywhere. Let's continue from the questions then. Yes. Now let's get a note from user. We will get the mark of the user, and then if it is higher than 50, we will say you passed the class. If it is less than 50, sorry, failed. That's that. That can be our last question for today. And I will try to write it now. New CO8, I think, questions. You know, always you should be able to understand the questions, very important. And I think we can understand what it means here. But I will try to explain what we will be doing here. First, we will get the mark from user, not mark, what I will say. The condition is if it is 50 or more, it can be equal to 52. It can also be equal to 50 or more. We will print something. If it is less than 50, we will say sorry. Okay. Step by step. First step, we will be getting data from user. It means scanner. Scanner and 3-step. New scanner system.in. Let's inform user sort. Please enter your mark you got from this week. Your mark you got from Excel. Okay. Then let's store it. Integer mark. It's gone dot next int. Okay, we have the mark, the condition time. If it is 50 or more, if this is the statement, if the mark is higher or equal, mark is higher or equal to 50. You know, by adding equal symbol, if it is equal to 50, this code, whatever I write here, will be executed. If it's higher than 50, it will be still there. We will say pass the class. Okay. If it is less than 50, we will write sorry you failed. If mark is lower than 50, we will do something else. So sorry failed. Let's use it. I got 50. Voila, I'm happy. I'm a happy person. If I got 49, oh no, I should talk to the teacher. I think I can do something about that. If I got 700 points, oh, still I passed. If I got minus 15, oh, still I failed. As you can see, system is accepting nonsense absurd numbers too, but don't worry, we haven't created that kind of system, not yet, but we will in time, don't worry. I believe you could be able to understand what we have done here. Okay, I think that was that much is enough. You can solve other questions yourself. I haven't solved this one because we need to write a lot of month names here. So it's a little longer than other questions. You can solve it yourself. It's not very easy. Just need to write a lot of month names. So let's continue from here. if else statement. If something happens, if you have money, you can withdraw it, you can take it. Else, you cannot. So in some movies, the boss asks, else? It is same. If this happens, if it does not, you can write another quote. We are creating a fork here, two different ways. The statement is coming from here, and there we can create two different ways. Let me explain from here. My hand wasn't a good example. The code is coming. According to statement, if you can create two different lines. If it is true, code will go this side. If it is false, this side. If you have enough money in your account, you can take the money. If you do not have enough money in your account, sorry, you do not have enough money in your account, so you can take nothing. As you can see, this is a good example. Until now, we couldn't be able to write any code for the false situation. If it is true, do something. If it's false, do nothing. That was the logic we have used until now. But from now on, we will be able to create false statement. If the statement is false, do that. And we will do it by using else. So let's check here. A simple statement will not be sufficient. It won't be enough, of course, because there should be another code if it is false. If the number is even, if this is true, we will print the number. If true, print it. But what happens if the statement is false? This is the statement. This is the condition. If it is true, it will do this. If it is false, it will print odd number. If it is false, it will print odd number. There are only two options here. The number can be an even number or an odd number. So if it is even number, it will print it. If the number modulus 2 equals to 0, it will print even number. If it is false, if it is not equal to 0, it will print odd number. This is the statement. This is the Boolean condition. The result should be true or false. And if the condition is met, if it is true, this code will be executed. Don't worry about it for now. If the condition is if the condition is not met, the result will be executed. And it will be like this. If it is true, this will be happen. If it is false, else will be executed. Okay. Oh, here they are. If the statement is true, the system will print pass the class. Else, if it is false, it will print it like this. As you can see, in the previous question, we have used two if statements. If it is higher than 50, do that. If it is lower than 50, do that. But here, if the not mark is higher than 50, it will do this. Else, if it is not correct, if it is not true, do that. This one is shorter. Always learning something new will make your life easier than before. So do not forget to practice a lot, so you will be able to learn them by muscle memory, and it's very important. I know from the experience, if you don't write it yourself, if you do not practice those questions, you won't be able to remember them when you need them. Oh, yes, we have other lot of questions here. And of course, as you can see, if one of them is true, we will do something else. I will do something else. Let's try to solve this first question, or let's use question 3. It's better, I think. Question 3. Sorry. Retirement. CO9. If else questions. Main method and the question. Let's make it shorter. Okay. We are going to ask user's age. Scanner, right? Scanner. Oh. New scanner system.in. Let's inform user. So, please enter your age. And let's store the age, integer age, by using scan and mix it. Okay, we have the integer in our hands now. The condition. This time, instead of writing 2 different if statements, I will handle it in one if statements. Print, you can retire if he's 65 years old or older. Okay. The condition is if the age is higher or equals to is higher or equal to 65. If it is like this, we will print something. You can retire. With pleasure. I'm not sure if I can be able to see those days. It seems like it's far away from here. Else. Otherwise, this is the keyword. I will write it here. Otherwise means else. Else and body. Whatever I write here will be executed when the condition is false. If it is true, it will print, you can retire. If it is false, this code will be executed. So, number of years that he has to work to retire. Okay. This system is not asking us to print something. We need to calculate the years. You have plus something, we will write something here, plus years retire. Somehow I should calculate the number. I have age, for example, he is 53 years old. If I use 65 minus 53, 65 minus 53, I will be able to calculate the years remaining for retirement. And I will write it here. But I should write it between normal brackets. 65 minus age. As you can see, it will print you have space and the remaining years. If he is 53 years old, I think he has to wait for 12 years to retire. It's a good code. If you could be able to understand this part, let's run it. If you can't be able to, please ask me. I would love to answer your question. enter your age. I will write 53, and just like I wrote here. Of course, if you are 3 years old, you won't be able to retire. It says you have 12 years to retire. Let's use a different number. For now, I will say I'm 40 years old. It says, oh, 25 years. It's a long time. Let's enter, I am 70 years old. I don't have much in front of me, and it says you can retire. It is working perfectly fine. So thank you very much for today. This was the last question I wanted to ask for today. If you have any questions, you can reach me wherever you want. I will gladly answer them. You can use a Slack channel, or you can directly write me from LinkedIn. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on Friday. Good night.